It's the Sports Take Lunch Break, brought to you by Office Essentials. Over the course of a week, there's a lot of sports news that happens, and not necessarily just sports news, pop culture news too. And so we all have different things that interest us, and a lot of times there's something that's just on our mind for the course of the week, and we just can't seem to let it go. So this next segment, we're each just going to go around the room and talk about something that we just can't let go, and that likely will spur a question that will lead us into the final segment, which is our break room battle. So as we go around the room, Greg, is there something you want to talk about really quickly that you just haven't been able to let go of for the last week?
Yeah, we've touched on it a little bit, so I'll make it quick, but it's new blood in the football playoffs. This year we're going to get new blood because for the first time since 2013, neither Alabama or New England will be in the championship game.
Wow.
I saw that stat. I guess I got to credit where I saw that stat. There's a newsletter by a guy named Kendall Baker on Axios.com. He does a daily sports newsletter. I saw that in there. And ever since I saw that, I've been thinking about it, kind of gnawing at me a little bit. But I think it's exciting that we're going to get a new champion and some new blood in the AFC
and maybe this is the start of a new generation of NFL teams, and
that time will tell, but maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good stuff. Dan, how about you?
We're talking about what's eating us?
Yeah, just something that's been on your mind for the last week that you just can't seem to let go of.
The coaching carousels. For some reason, I
almost went with that.
I don't know why it bugs me so much, but these teams, they put so much faith into these coaches, and they're like, oh, he's the greatest coach ever. And then he's gone after a year or after 2 years. I find it hard pressed that anybody can build anything in 2 years. I don't understand why some of these coaches are just why they get let go when they do. And I know some of them are just they have bad statistics that go with them. But some of the times it's just like just stay the course for a little bit longer here.
Do you have a particular sport in mind you're referencing, or just kind of in general?
Football.
Okay.
I really hate how maybe once again I'm not watching every Sunday for 9 hours, 10 hours like some of these people are, but really the only two people that I could definitely tell you are Belichick for New England and Andy Reid for Kansas City. Other than that, all these coaches are just like who, where, what, what's going on, and not to mention these college coaches coming up for a year or two, or whatever, and they're just kind of just the coaching carousel. I'd like to see some of the coaches stick around a little bit longer, get a little bit more faith in them. And like some of these older guys might need to call it time, and get some younger blood in there.
And diversity.
Yeah. I mean, I forgot to put it out there, but I wanted to let all these NFL teams know that I'm available for a coach. I'll be happy to coach your team. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm sure I can get coaches in that would help me, and I would definitely have probably the most diverse coaching staff ever. So
you'd probably even take less money than say a Jason Garrett or
$100,000. That's all.
Well, there's a good chance the XFL might need some coaches. So Dan, you might want to reach out to the Battlehawks on that.
All right,
one.
Call me.
We'll put Dan's phone number in the show notes.
Yeah, have his CV on the blog.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap this up really quickly with this is totally off the sports topic.
Well, good. We want a pop culture take. Let's have it.
Okay, so I am a very self-admitted Star Wars fanboy nerd, and I went to see the new Star Wars film, Rise of Skywalker, a few weeks ago.
Me too.
How many times?
I've seen it twice.
Twice, yes.
Which is not so easy with a 2-year-old, but even though I had an angry wife, I still had to go out and see it with my brother. So, here's my thing. When did the idea of fan service in movies become such a bad thing? Okay? And what I'm talking about is about a week before Rise of Skywalker, the new Star Wars movie, comes out, the review embargo goes up, and we get access to all the media reviews. And every review, almost across the board, was ripping the movie, saying it wasn't any good, and they often cited fan service and said it was catering too much to the fans, and it wasn't different enough, or whatever they wanted to say. And so right out of the gate, you had all of the media going at this movie, which then causes people who aren't like me, who are going to see it no matter what, but causes all these other casual people to say, I don't know if I want to go see this movie. It's not getting very well reviewed.
Yeah, it dropped quick.
It did. So I go to see the movie. I love it. I'm a fan. I knew I was going to love it. I was actually encouraged when I saw the critic reviews were really bad. It's got 85,000 user reviews on Rotten Tomatoes today. It's at 86% with users. So that means that the fans who go to see it come out of it and they go, oh my God, this movie was amazing. So I just don't, I'm tired of critics talking about fan service like it's a bad thing. The Marvel movies, the DC movies, the Star Wars universe, all these big popcorn movies, they're for the fans. You know, we know what they are when we go in. Embrace it, enjoy it. Because I have a lot of Star Wars fan friends that I know, and I have yet to meet a single one of them or talk to a single one of them that's seen Star Wars, this new film, and didn't like it. We all love it because we've all been, you know, into the franchise for 30 or 40 years, as long as we've been alive. And I'm so appreciative of J.J. Abrams, the director, doing the unenviable task of trying to wrap up 40 years worth of story in one movie. And he did it really well, and he pleased all of the fans. And I don't care what the critics say. We loved it. And JJ, thank you on behalf of all of the Star Wars universe, because we enjoyed it.
All right, you got that off your chest.
I did, for now.
For now, till the next installment of some movie.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that's really how it's been for most of my life. If something got 2 thumbs down by Siskel and Ebert, you better believe I was going to watch it, or wanting to see it as soon as it came on VHS.
Well, no, you know, I'm a cinephile. I like films, and I'll watch an art film or an indie film, and that's where I tend to look for a critic review. If I see, you know, a movie that's really obscure is at like 95%, well, I'm like, okay, well, this is a movie that I probably need to watch. But when it comes to these big blockbuster popcorn movies, I don't care what the critics think. These movies aren't being made for the critics. They're being made for us, the fans. And that's all that matters, because we're the ones buying the merchandise. We're the ones buying the DVDs. We're the ones eating up all the source material and things like that. And so who cares what the critics think? It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, and a little bit to that, too, is that is it fan service if we are so into the movies and the storyline that we're trying to see or foreshadow what's, not really foreshadow, but we kind of see where it's going, and therefore, since we all see where it's kind of going and it's going there for us, I don't see how that's fan service. We've talked plenty, me and you, about Rian Johnson, how he took the middle movie, The Last Jedi, and just kind of pooped on it. But as it came back around, it's not really as bad now that the Rise of Skywalker's come out. Abrams, I don't know if you want to say he fixed things or whatnot, but he just kind of completed the story.
Careful with your spoilers. I don't know. I don't know. You were going anywhere. I'm just
no. The movie comes to a nice complete, a stopping point if it needs to. But at the same time, it's still open-ended, like every Star Wars has been. I mean,
I walked out of the theater happy, and I immediately wanted to go see it again, and that's all that matters. That means they did their job, and so who cares what the critics think? They did their job. We, the fans, are happy.
Well said.
We are about to get into our very first Breakroom Battle of the Week. Okay, after our discussion around the sports world, it's worth noting that Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are playing this weekend, most likely probably going another round.
Not against each other, though.
Not against each other, though. We hope that comes soon.
Yes, we do.
So the question we want to pose to you, we'll have this up on our social media. We'll have it up in our office break room. Greg, anywhere else we're going to have it up?
We'll put it everywhere
we
can. Well, you'll find it. If you're listening to this podcast, check the notes underneath, and we will make sure you can find it.
Perfect. And we'll give results next week, and then we'll jump into our next Breakroom battle for that week. So the question is, if you're an NFL GM and you have the option to build your team from scratch, your first choice is either Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. Which one are you taking today?
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson.
I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes. I'm placating to my Kansas City friends.
I was gonna say, Kansas City office is gonna be mad at us if we all take Jackson.
That's right. I'll be the voice of dissent in here. So please send us your comments. Let us know which one you think you'd start your team with. We'll read some off on air next week. So definitely keep an eye on the social media. That will do it for this week. Be sure to tell all your friends if you like what you heard. Please subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. And we'll catch you again next week.